Hi.
Dean, can you flip the old screeny bob?
Woof.
So we can have a little look.
Hi.
Everybody.
Look at that. We started the stream almost on time. And hopefully there are no audio issues with it. Because, not going to lie, as is traditional, that was quite a speedy setup we just done there.
Yes.
But
hi. You were just finishing a video, so...
I was, yes.
Cut ourselves some slack.
Yeah, so welcome to the first painting stream of 2020. We are the Dicebreaker team. I mean, if you don't know us already, I'm Johnny, this is Wheels, and that's
I'm
Lolies. Alex Lolies.
If this is your first time coming to a Dicebreaker stream, we are a website/YouTube channel that play board games and talk about them a lot, and sometimes do painting, which is what we're going to do today.
Yeah.
And today we've got some Godtear miniatures to paint from Steamforged. This is like a little
Godtear or Godtear? Because it's Godtear.
I think it's like a tier,
Ah.
as far as I'm aware.
So I was going to say, it's quite ballsy to be like, what's your game called? That's Godtear, mate. Like, as in, you know.
That's true, I didn't think about that. I am going to be a little bit quiet because I haven't got a mic on. But that's fine because I will project.
Yeah, he does do that. Let's say hi to some people. Hello to everyone in the chat. Tier like tip.
Yeah, Tier like tears.
Oh yeah, thanks Steamforged Games.
Hello Steamforged.
You are in the chat. Hello also to Dick Kniner. No, Dick Kniner. This is going well, isn't it? Tech Noir, Elliot DeWitt, Dreadwolfie, JP Corkery, Good Luck or a Quick Death. Hello, the Castaway DC, Jack Wood, Brock Sisson, Tech Noir. I've already said that one. Monica Dietrich, Havoc X42. Hello, I'm Duke N, and we've got a super chat. Look at that. Casey Pearson. Has done a super chat that says wet palettes and 2 brush blends. We do have some wet palettes.
We have our wet palettes, my friends.
Veronica can't stay because she's about to grab a flight back to London from Warsaw, but we'll catch up tomorrow.
Nice.
We're getting tattooed. Have a lovely stream. Have a lovely tattoo. Keep your blood sugar levels up. That way you won't feel sick and faint.
Right.
I always do that.
Phelan the Wild Elf is in, so that's nice. Should we introduce the miniatures we're painting?
Yes.
More importantly.
So, I mean, I've just taken it off the close-up cam, but I'm going to be playing, painting Morrigan, who is a skeleton. I've
got Halftusk, who is a big ogre-ish
trolley boy,
who runs around with a load of troglodytes. The sculpts on the troglodytes, actually, I should have brought them in, are really cute. They're just like rock dudes with big mouths, so they kind of like. They're like, do you know in the Muppets Christmas Carol, the guest at the Christmas lunch that Fred's having, who's like, a cockroach, and has a really big wide mouth? It's like that guy?
I'll take your word for it.
Let's play yes and no. Oh, a great game. But anyway. Okay.
You do watch it quite religiously.
Yeah. Outside Xbox is in the chat.
Hello. How's it going, everybody? And then you, ladies.
I've got Lorsann.
Yes.
That's the name.
We should have brought the boxes in, shouldn't we?
Elf person.
Okay. I had literally no idea what I was. I just picked one that I thought looked cool.
You described her earlier as an elf bow lady, which led me to make a joke that.
No, I'm going to faint.
Wow, it's already being shut down. I said.
Can't believe you're trying to bring that one back.
Elf bow ladies. They're formed when the natural flow of an elf erodes the bank enough that they join up, and it makes a lake. Lady in a lake. It didn't go well the first time, and it's certainly not gone much better this time. Okay.
Oh, don't even start.
We did what is possibly one of my favourite Let's Plays ever this morning.
Yeah, I think we can say what it is. I think we recorded a Let's Play of Slide Quest, and we were very nearly not friends by the end of it, so look out for that on the channel.
Yeah.
Brock Sisson's done a super chat saying, I want to take a moment to talk about the Australian bushfires. The damage so far is larger than the size of Switzerland and Belgium combined, so please visit redcross.org.au. Every cent helps. That is absolutely...
Thank you for that
Bang
super
on.
chat.
It's genuinely heartbreaking.
That's terrifying.
Anything that you can do would be very, very good.
I saw it visualised on a map in relation to the UK, and the height of it is from Brighton, where we are right now, to Newcastle, and the width is from Bristol to London. Yeah. Like that much of the UK being on fire is just bananas. So, yeah.
Thank you, Brock.
Can you pass me a model?
Do what Brock says.
Right.
I've just realised we're not going to have anything on the close-up.
Do you want to put my my Dream Daddy mug in there? Hang on,
How are
let
you
me have
going
one
to drink
sip
your
of coffee.
tea?
What if
It's
we
coffee.
put your watch and then people know what time it is?
It's going to seem like we're being sponsored. Just laying it in. Oh, well, Alex has got a book of pocket jokes.
That's true.
So...
What, you want me to just put my book?
No, I was trying to prompt you to tell us a joke.
Oh yeah, no, I've got my joke ready. I didn't get my weekly email, and I haven't got one yet so far in 2020. So I think the emails may have ceased. Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think I've been taken off. I think they're just not doing it anymore. I don't know, but anyway, I've got a book of jokes now, so who needs them anyway?
Wow.
So this is the one I chose. What goes quick, quick?
Sorry, what?
What goes quick, quick?
Quick, quick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A duck with hiccups? Wink, wink.
It's upsetting that I quite enjoyed that.
That was a nice,
You
sweet one.
see, should be Death Guard
Put,
green
like,
in
some
here
paints
somewhere.
in there.
Oh, there should be, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I've used it.
Is it in there?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There's your boy. Right. I am going to use...
We're being booed.
My, oh, always. Whatever.
your brush.
Whatever.
I think I'm going to use the Cantor Blue in here.
Lindsay Baker liked it.
Oh, that's about
Thank you,
There we go.
Lindsay. I don't think I told it in the best way, to be honest. I should have practiced that earlier. How do you
that's
do,
like
like,
Godtear.
how do you make it sound like it's a duck with hiccups?
Quick,
Quick,
quick.
Quick!
Wow.
It reminds me, the reason I chose that joke, I'm going to just put that out there. It reminds me of a friend of mine who has the weirdest hiccups.
Oh, I know.
She went viral for a bit, yeah, because literally her hiccups, and she's got like chronic hiccups. They're really like they're quite
so funny.
sore. They're like it's not great for her, but
No.
they are very funny. Like because they essentially sounds like she's going barf barf and like makes these weird like sounds, and that's why I chose that
It's like
joke.
a pterodactyl kind of like
yeah,
on the end of it
she's
as
got
well.
loads of different ones. Yeah,
Oh,
beef is one.
I saw
So
that
that's
tweet
for you,
the
Nat.
other day. It was saying that one of the worst things about getting someone new in the office is that they have to once again explain what's going on.
Yeah.
I used to remember that, like because we went through a phase where we got loads of new people when I was working there, and yeah, that just kept having to be a thing.
We have a new joke, by the way, from outside Xbox.
Oh,
At what time do ducks get up?
at the quack of dawn.
Yeah.
There we go. It's a new joke.
I enjoyed it.
New to this stream.
They're getting booed in the chat, so
I forgot
all
how
is
to
as it
do
should
things, so I need a reminder from someone.
be. Well,
please.
Wills, you're in the middle for once,
Right.
so
So what you want to do is put some paint on your brush, and then put it on the model.
come on, we're being nice to each other in
So
2020.
wash your brush off a little bit.
Ish.
What colour do you want to do? Let's start with her little like fabric bit around her waist here. What colour would you like that?
I think this is metal and that's leather.
As in this little flappy bit here.
The
Let's
flappy
do that
flute.
bit, 'cause
Okay.
that would be nice and easy to start with.
Just
Ooh.
very quickly, we've got a super chat from Monica Dietrich, who says, "Thanks again. You were the reason I had my first session as DM last Thursday. As some in chat already know, a one-shot set in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh wow!
Can't imagine what that must have been like. It sounds
That
brilliant.
sounds really good.
Well
done.
Yeah.
I honestly really want to DM at some point, but I'm still quite new to the RPG scene,
Oh,
so
mate,
it might be a while yet.
Don't thank us for getting into GMing, by the way. Thank you for being a GM.
yeah, frankly. Straight in at the deep end, ladies. It's the best way to do it.
I'll do it live.
Effort.
Yeah, done. Yeah. Yeah, it does sound like effort, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Do we have Dicebreaker Pink? Or is that one of
I
yours?
do.
It's in my it's in my
Because I
bag.
would like to make that Dicebreaker Pink.
Pink horror. I knew that would come up, so I brought it with me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I've yet to do anything in Dicebreaker Pink.
I'm just slapping down a very haphazard thin coat of this green, and then I'm gonna do a second thin
Is
coat.
that really bad tea?
No, I just took a sup and my teeth.
A sup?
Yeah, and my teeth rubbed
What's
against.
a sup?
It's a sup, like.
What?
It's a word, mate. All right. Anyway, my teeth scraped against the metal cup, and it was not nice.
That's unpleasant.
DM an adventure based on Irish mythology, says Baby Corky.
Ooh, that does sound good.
That sounds really good, especially because my dad is like a tour guide in Ireland.
Your
so
dad is from Irish mythology.
You just.
This is.
We've already had to hug and make up once today, and this is the first time this year so far, this decade, in fact, that we've all been in the office together.
Just starting off as we meet to go.
Okay. Your dad's a tour guide.
Yes, in Ireland, so he knows everything about Irish history,
Sure.
so he could definitely help me out with that. So,
Why me?
Jack Wood has done a super chat, thank you very much, and asks, Happy New Year, Paint Pals, or says, Happy New Year, Paint Pals. Quick question for Johnny, do you have a Lady Olinda model, and if so, how do I make it more stable? I'm almost too scared to paint her with the model being so spindly and potentially snappable.
I really want to paint her.
I do not have Lady Olinda, but I do know what you mean from having painted other Nighthawk models. I just tend to get sort of quite hands-on, like where there are bits that sort of scoop, I tend to just literally just cup it in my hand and paint very, very gently. Thinning your paints helps as well, so that you're not putting too much pressure on with the brush.
Some people use those little holder things where you sort of you grip the model in this little handle so that you can hold that instead of the model.
That's a good idea.
They're really useful actually, those. So I think Games Workshop does paint handles and stuff.
Or if you don't have one of those, you can just get whatever, a paint pot or maybe even a tin of beans or something, whatever, and just sort of blue tack it on.
Yeah.
And then you're just not holding the model. Basically.
A lot of people use corks actually.
Yes, corks is another one.
Also, while we're very briefly talking about Games Workshop, Duncan Rhodes has left Games Workshop, which makes me very sad.
Genuinely upsetting. We watched his one of his videos last night whilst Abby was going to sleep.
It was his painting tutorials that taught me how to paint, so I owe him a lot. Too thin coats, brother.
Never
Too
forget.
thin coats.
Pour out a Nuln oil.
Pour out a Nuln oil for your boy.
Your brothers who got lost along the river.
Oh dear.
Oh, God.
So how's everyone in the chat? How's your new year going so far? Have you made any resolutions? I hope not, because I think they're stupid.
Wow, okay.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
No.
Well, no, I'm all for using the new year as a period of reflection, but for me it's it's a period of reflection of just checking in with the year as it was and being oofed, here are the things I can forgive myself for this year, here are the bits that didn't go well and blah blah blah. But then being and this year I'm gonna do the following things, just putting so much pressure on yourself,
I do think there's a lot of pressure sometimes when you give yourself New Year's resolutions. So my resolution was simply not to die this year.
You know what? I will do everything I can to support you in that endeavour.
Thank you.
Don't know, mate. You never know.
Well, I'm not going to murder her.
I was talking to Lolies, but no, yeah. I'm sure
Oh, right,
you will.
okay. Well. Yep. Whoopsie. Lots of people saying I resolved to make no resolutions. Technoir got a new job not last year, and now moving house in Feb, so that's how
There's a lot going on.
yeah, that's a lot. I once started a new job, started at Eurogamer and moved house in the same fortnight, and that was a lot. It was
That's hell.
a mistake.
I moved house last year.
Hmm.
And I got a new job last year.
So
Yeah.
come on, catch up, Tech Noir.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Mine was a few months apart though.
Honor Hawk has made one resolution: try and do a full Gloomhaven campaign with some friends without any of them moving away.
Oh God.
And you're setting the bar pretty high.
That's a good resolution.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I actually, there's one thing I am resolved to do, and that's finish the King's Dilemma campaign I started over the weekend, because that game's brilliant.
Speaking
I really,
of,
really like
we
it.
are planning to record a Let's Play of that.
Oh yeah, we are, because there's a demo mode.
You can look out for that. If you know about King's Dilemma, then don't worry, we're not going to be spoiling any of the content, because we've got, as Johnny said, we've got little demo cards that aren't part of the main campaign, so we won't spoil anything for you. And if you don't know about King's Dilemma, Sarah wrote up about it in her top 5 games of the year.
They're top 5 games of the year.
Sorry, my bad. On Dicepainter.com.
Yes. I can't wait to record that. I'm going to put the Mac into Machiavellian. Did you miss me?
Return of the Mac.
Once again. So, right, that
Cannot
is...
deserves.
Oh, gosh. That's...
Oh, good.
Do you want to put that on the close-up cam? I don't particularly want to, but I've just finished a very... Oh. It's awful, isn't it? Look how bad this painting is. I want to show you because painting can be...
wants to
You missed. Ooh. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
So far, but the plan is I'm going to do a second coat of that. Also, I realised I forgot to bring in tissue for us to wipe our brushes on.
Yes, I'm noticing that too.
I am going to go get some.
I'm going to take my hoodie off.
I can go get some because I'm on the edge here.
Okay.
I just realised you put your glasses on. You did that stealthily.
How else do you put your glasses on?
Putting on glasses now. That's how everyone else does it.
Spoilers.
It's very hot in here. Because at least doesn't like the aircon on.
I can turn it on.
Oh, well, I'm just taking my jumper off now.
Yeah, it looks like its skin is sloughing off. Yeah, it's not my finest work, but it's just basing. Basing is always ugly.
Yeah.
Johnny's finished. That was quick. Come on, I'm gonna do more to it. Don't worry. It's early days. Keep the faith. This is Steamforged Games. Thank you, Steamforged Games. Thank you for joining us in the chat as well. That's,
we have yet to play Godtear, but we're planning to give it a look.
Hence diving in here.
Hence painting them, yeah. So.
Oh, look at your nice even coat. Look at the colours on that. That's lovely.
Have a look at the colours on that.
Oh, that's very neat.
Thank you very much.
Show them in the close-up cam.
1 second.
If you want.
No, I'm just finishing off this one bit.
Oh, okay.
I'll be very annoyed if I have to then go
I also like.
Oh, piss.
Also like the solid colour that Loli's has got going on there.
Oh, that's really nice.
It's almost like you're.
Well.
It's almost like you're taking your time, and the both of you, you're taking your time and doing it properly, rather than old.
Oh.
But you like you had to make that's like his skin
Johnny
color or
One
whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't have any skin. Mine is all like little bits of
Fair.
fabric.
Ah, JP Corkery says, Dicebreaker, don't blame Lolies for not liking the aircon. Most aircon systems are tested and calibrated for male preferences. There you go.
Oh,
There's
JP's always got my back.
inherent sexism
JP
in...
is like your like sidekick. He's like always there with
He's
like
my man.
He punched both of us in the face
Exactly.
at
That's why.
EGX. Can you pass
We
me
bonded over that.
my man?
You biff bam powed us.
Two thin coats.
This is what I've done
Two
so far.
thin coats. I think it's very good.
That's
Given this
Very,
is
very pink.
this is what the third time you've ever.
Yes, this is my third time painting, and I'm really slow at it still. Like I haven't even finished my other one.
Well, that's because you've not really painted unless it's been on a stream.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, when you're on a stream, you're also doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
I'm talking.
Oh, did you turn your mic off? Or did you mute it?
Oh, I thought I'd unmuted it. Is it not? There we go. I had to press it like 6
Ta-da.
times. Sorry.
Well, as long as you did it 6 times.
Yeah. Well, doesn't realise I
That's
had
what
to.
the mic requires.
I pressed it on the way in.
It wouldn't be right if you only did it, 1 time, like most buttons. Not with our microphones.
Nope. My
Um,
bad.
Damn it! Somebody.
Well, we don't stop painting and we don't stop painting and we don't stop painting and we don't stop painting.
Anyway.
Don't stop painting.
We don't stop painting. We don't stop painting, and we don't stop painting.
Don't
What
stop
do we?
painting.
No. What
This is
don't we
awful.
stop? What don't we stop? We don't stop painting. No, we don't stop.
What are we never going to stop?
Painting. Blimey.
Are we ever going to stop painting? No.
Huh. Black Sarlacc asked if we could get an About the Team section on the website. I'll
We have an About the Team section on the website.
Do we?
It's just
Yeah.
not very easy to find.
Aha! There you go. That's a fun game for you to play.
If you Google Dicebreaker About the Team,
Okay.
I reckon you might find it.
If you find it, drop a link in the chat.
Yeah.
What's on Johnny's t-shirt? It's a box of matches and it says "See you in hell," and the match heads are skulls.
Were you wearing a different T-shirt earlier?
No, I was wearing a jumper.
Oh,
We've
jumper.
all got text-based
I remember reading.
t-shirts today.
Yep.
I've got Noided.
Mine
Got
says
Crips.
fight. Oh, you can't see mine.
Fight
Mine
like a
says
girl.
fight like a girl. There you go.
good
And I'm
t-shirt.
wearing the Dicebreaker pin,
Yeah.
Lovely.
always on brand. Ah, this is really stuck.
Yeah, they get like that.
Ooh, why
It
did
might
I
just be the
smell
first
that?
time it was open, to be honest.
Two thin coats. Two
Two
thin
thin
coats. We're interesting people. By interesting, I mean
Why does it take a miniature painter a
Yeah.
long time to get ready to go out?
because he has to put on two thin coats.
I'd never heard that before.
Oh, it's because I made it up.
No way. You never did that.
I did.
Just tried to push my glasses up my face. I'm not wearing them. Just thumbed myself in between the eyes.
Maybe you were just trying to like telekinetically do Lodi's for her.
No, mine are all the way up. Thanks.
Appreciate the thought though.
Yeah, you're welcome. Glad we had this chat.
I'm getting new glasses, and I'm really excited. I've had these glasses for 8 years.
Oh, that's too long.
I know.
Unless you've had subsequent eye tests and your prescription hasn't changed.
Nope, it definitely has.
Oh.
For more information, visit johnnyopticians.co.
Contact the Federation Against Copyright Theft.
But the thing
Fact.
is, my
Does that slap
eyesight's
with you?
not that
It
bad,
does.
so
Okay, that's fact.
not a huge change.
Yeah, fair enough.
But still, anyway, I treated myself to some new glasses over the holidays, and I'm really excited.
Good.
So next time we stream, I'll have different glasses.
Are the frames drastically different to the ones you have now?
Yes, yeah. That's part of the reason why I'm really excited.
Are they bigger?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Bigger and pinker.
Ooh.
Pinker.
Yeah.
My word.
I know, it's weird, because I'm not usually into pink all that much.
Eric Franklin asks, when has
Are you
anyone
sure?
ever been for an eye test, and their prescription hasn't changed? Me. My prescription hasn't changed in 10 years.
Whoa.
No.
Keep on till the paint don't
Yeah.
stop. Don't stop till you paint enough. Let's see who gets that reference. Zanzibar White. I'm going to assume that was the lyrics to that song that were changed for painting,
So I think it's safe to say that Wheels got that reference.
which is not a thing that happens very often.
I,
You always get the ref.
Not Johnny's
So yeah, I was just going to say, except for when Johnny makes the
Womp
reference.
womp. Earlier on, it was at lunchtime. Oh, another super chat. Blimey. Hello, I'm Duke N. Hello, I'm Duke N. Says, happy Thursday, Dicebreaker team. I want to know what board games are good for children who have autism. Any recommendations?
I spoke to someone
How
about
old?
this.
How old is the child? Because there are varying levels of age in children.
You know what? I played good one. I played a fair bit of Ticket to Ride over the break on the mobile app, and I think Ticket to Ride's a good one. It's just like, it's matching colours and slapping down trains, and it's just fun, and like trying to finish routes and stuff. I think it's a really good giggle, and it's competitive but not super competitive. I guess if you're playing like Ticket to Ride vanilla, because it's set in the States, you can close off other people, and they can't finish their route. But in Ticket to Ride Europe, you can place train stations, so you don't ever get really closed off, which can be quite frustrating.
I would say that. Did I not bring? Oh no, wait. It's fine. We already have it in the set. That's why I didn't bring it. I would say that from my sort of like passing knowledge of autism, because my mum used to be a sort of autism specialist teacher, I would avoid games with like random elements because they can sometimes be quite frustrating. So looking for stuff that's very easy to see, like the cause and effects of everything happening without sort of like horrible random things happening to you.
Oh, I see.
Might be like an avenue to go down. So Ticket to Ride is a pretty like stuff that are like crazy dice games might not necessarily be as useful, but it all depends on the person really. I am not an expert.
The Dragon's Tomb says, hi Dicebreaker, which paint is your favourite flavour? Lead Belcher, probably, for me. I can't believe I have a definitive answer on this. It just smells nice. It smells how games... I remember Citadel paint smelling when I was a child. And I'm not saying I ate them then, and I'm not saying I've eaten them now, but I have drunk my paint water quite a few times. So, yeah. Lead Belcher for me. How about you two? Come on.
This
You
one
little-
that I'm painting with right now.
Yes, it's a delicious colour.
When we say flavour, am I allowed to say
Because this looks like caramel and honey.
colourless flavour? In the same way that you would say that's my favourite flavour of soap. In the fact that you haven't eaten the soap, that's just like you like the either the smell or the colour of it.
Purple's a fruit? I don't know.
Oh my god, this is so hard to
Do
get
I
to.
show-
Thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome.
I would say Screamer Pink is just such an excellent colour.
Num 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 num. Screw
Which
it,
one's that
pink.
one?
It's the slightly darker version of what you just did. This one.
Oh.
Do I shade now
Oh, yeah.
and then start layering up, or do
So
I start
I'm-
layering up? And
my
then
answer,
start
by the way,
shade
was-
now?
There we
Retributor armor.
go. Retributor.
Retributor
I
armor.
thought it was Retributor. Wow,
Wow.
we're all such different people.
Retributor.
Top tier.
Retributor.
Once
Yeah.
you've painted that one, give it a wash with... Oh, I didn't bring it with me. No, no. Wait, yes I did. Yes I did.
Rock, paper,
give
shot.
it a wash with that. It'll look really flipping good.
Rock, paper, shotgun is in the chat saying, do you ever worry about other people in the office drinking out of those mugs you're using?
No.
I don't.
No, me neither.
They might. These are non-toxic acrylics.
Oh, no.
I can't get to this little bit and it's
it goes
really
in a
annoying.
dishwasher. It's fine.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Stop being overly sensitive about what you're drinking out of.
Yeah, come on.
God.
Chris Unwin asked, Johnny, did you enjoy the most recent Ox Venture? I did.
Don't tell me, no spoilers, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. So that's that one done and dusted.
Good chat.
No, you can talk about it, but just don't spoil it.
No.
Castaway says first Oxbox, now RVS, where's EG? They're streaming as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
As of 3 minutes from now. That doesn't mean you have to go watch them. That means you have to stay with us. However, that is why they're not in the chat. Or they just couldn't be bothered. Who knows?
Oh, Johnny, I found it, but I can't post the link. Your bot is good, says Black Sarlacc. Oh, yeah.
What bot?
The bot that auto-deletes links when you post it in...
Oh, I thought,
So people
I
can't
thought somebody
link
was
to
linking to a
things.
bot that you'd made on Twitter. Or something like that.
No, the only
would
bot
be
I've
quite
ever
funny.
made had to get deleted in the end. It
It's
was...
too powerful.
Ian Higton didn't like it because it was about him.
Aww.
So I stopped.
That's not very nice, mate.
What did it say about him? Bad thing.
I don't want to bring it up. It's, no, I didn't say bad things.
Okay.
He just didn't like it. Anyway.
That's fair.
To be honest, we traded in the end. Have you got a shade brush?
Yes.
We traded in
Do
the
I
end.
ever?
He deleted a bot I didn't like that was about me. And that's it. I'll...
And by yes, I mean no, but that one should work.
Okay, great. Oh, yeah, that looks good.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on. Castaway DC, apparently it's dicebreaker.com/about.
That sounds about right, yeah.
About right. That's
Oh,
about right.
The funk soul brother.
Oh,
Excuse
Lord,
me.
there's so many references.
Excuse me. Oh, yeah, so that was it. At lunch today, I was eating some hula hoops, and then I put a hula hoop on each of my fingers and on my hand, and I said, look, I'm the Green Ranger Zord. And Wheels just went...
It's not that I didn't watch
And I
Power
felt
Rangers.
bad.
It was just so specific. Like, I don't really remember much of Power Rangers.
So the Green Ranger Zord was like Godzilla, and he had little red tips on his fingers that would go... And he'd have little
rockets.
missiles.
Yeah. Okay. That's nice, mate. I'm sorry. You got that Bealtown green there.
I have.
Hell yes.
I'm just gonna... So basically, I've done a second coat on Halftusk's skin. I'm gonna shade it, and then I'm gonna go back in with the old Death Guard green, which is actually quite a light sort of pea soup green. So I'm gonna lighten up some of the musculature, and then I'll go in with... I don't think we have a lighter green. Maybe I'll just add some white to this one.
No, yeah, maybe we don't.
And Rakarth flesh. Rakarth flesh would be good.
Yeah, using that now.
I'm going to paint his tum-tum with Rakarth flesh, so it looks like a frog.
Do you know what?
Aww.
I've got a nice tip from our boy Duncan.
Go on.
If you paint your if you're blending between two colours, you can use the dry brush but not bristled in to actually paint and then soften out. Because it does like a sort of, I don't know what the word it used was,
Interesting.
but yeah, it softens out as you go. It's really nice.
Luby Nikki says, Wheels saying, that's nice, has such OK Boomer energy. Over the weekend, I played the Battlestar Galactica board game, and I was playing as Sharon Valeri, so everyone just kept saying OK Boomer to me.
Yeah.
Because that's her name in the show Battlestar Galactica. She's called Boomer.
Got it. I'm sorry, we've just consumed a lot of different media, okay?
Yeah, I know. It's not your fault. Technically, it's not mine, but it certainly feels like it.
I mean, you are the one who keeps bringing that up.
You make references, and I just, to be honest, I pretend half the time.
Well, that's good to know.
Dave isn't that rubbish a name says, first time catching Johnny on a live stream since the music video. Congratulations on having a tribute song and having it be such a successful fundraiser.
Thank you. It was bizarre because they made the entire song and recorded it without telling me it was going to happen. They were like, by the way, we've already made this thing. Do you want to say no? And it was like, of course we're not going to say no. And then they were like, oh, by the way, there's a music video. We need you. I was like, oh boy, this is getting away from old man Chiodini here. It was good fun. especially since they did all the work. Like on the shoot, like Luke was running around, everyone was running around like a blue-arsed fly. And I was just like, they needed me for precisely 10 minutes that day, and it was a 12-hour shoot. And for the last bit they needed me for, I needed to lie down on the sofa with a glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
So, you know, to be honest, since then, I've been livid that that's just not what my life's always like. So, I tendered my resignation.
Good to know. Cheers, man.
You're welcome. Lola's got away with that.
Nope.
I don't know what you just said.
No,
Okay.
Nothing.
Did you drink your paint water? Drink your paint water.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Okay. JP Corkery says, "Oh, I love the BSG board game. Were you a Cylon, Johnny?" No, and I really wanted to be. I sussed the first Cylon though, just before. Well, I sussed him, and then he was able to reveal himself before he got put in the brig, which was annoying. So yeah, it's a board game that's dated. It's fairly dated now because it's quite old, but it's good. It's just there are other games that do things, the same things but better these days. I think.
I don't know what colour to do these little dangly bits in. Nice problem to have, I guess.
Also, Wheels, can you do your Clip Cut Parks introduction again, please?
Oh, I didn't remember how it goes. Clip Cut Parks, something like that. It was very reverent.
Yeah.
I go away for like 3 days.
Right. I don't know if this has actually gotten out yet of what you were intending to do.
No, I haven't said it because you didn't. I've got a clip and I can post it on social media if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I thought I was not allowed to talk about it.
Lily suggested
And I think this was a great idea.
that she give birth to the box and then I cut the umbilical cord with the scissors.
Oh, I've seen that clip. You did put it on social, didn't you?
No, I put it on our Slack channel. I didn't put it,
There we go.
or like WhatsApp or something.
My girlfriend says Michael's concentration face looks like an orc from World of Warcraft. Thank you very much for that, my girlfriend.
Damn!
Jesus.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yeesh.
Joke's on her, she wants to come on a video. Right.
Right, what do I do next?
Oh, I don't know what colour to do.
What have you done thus far? Just keep going, mate.
I know.
It's vibe it.
I know. I'm just,
I'm going to do the metals.
trying to figure this out, you know?
I'm going to do the metals.
I'm doing Cantor Blue. Is that what you used here?
That is Cantor Blue, yes.
Okay, cool. That's the color.
The crag is a bit pricey, I think.
Right, is that the one here?
I need to trim my
No,
moustache.
that's Nighthorn. The crag is in this one, I think. Actually, let's open
McCrag?
Can they see it?
McCrag? Is that a paint?
McCrag Blue, yeah.
Yeah, they're from Scotland.
Wow. I've seen that before.
Was it?
That's the base of my,
Actually,
what's he called?
Bum.
Oh, I forgot his name. Kairos Fate Weaver.
I am waiting for her shade to dry now. Bealtan green is always so
why don't you
green.
why don't you let it dry over on the screen so people can look at it?
Because I don't like it yet. And I'm going to do some layer painting on the head.
Yeah, I thought you were going to do a Frosty Boy, but you've gone for more like a swampy kind
Yeah,
of colour set.
I have at that, yeah. There's every time I put Bealtan green on something, I regret it.
Well, that's not very nice.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know. I'm just going to do the metals. Silvery metals. Here we come.
David Leonard Flanagan says, I spat my drink out at that, crying face. Savage. I don't know. It's
I'm
amazing.
assuming
Could have
that
been
Abby's
any
comment.
number.
Oh,
Yeah, probably Abby's comment.
Yeah.
Because that was the most
My
savage
lovely
thing that's
man.
happened in the last few minutes. Good times.
Just
so
constantly thinking about my face from now on.
yesterday, one of my childhood friends sent me a picture she discovered of me when I was like 15. She was like, look at this picture of you. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And I sent it to my wife, and she replied, you were so cute. I was like, what do you mean? It was cute. It was cute. Oh, no.
It was meant with love. Well, as long as it was meant with love.
Eccentric Lefty says, Johnny, how much notice do you get for writing a D&D session for an Oxventure? The live shows I know well in advance. Generally speaking, I get maybe a week's notice for the pre-recorded ones.
You should make it on the day, don't you?
To be honest, yes. I have ideas gestating in my head. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that one, what I thought of. But the exact planning I just do in the morning.
It's a nice word choice.
Gestating. Oh.
I don't like it when people use that word.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I suddenly remembered that one of the most outrageous things that happened in my life was that my grandfather used tomato sauce as a substitute for red paint.
What?
Says Amnesia Soon.
Huh.
Which is an apt username given the nature of that. Wow.
What was he
madness.
painting?
Absolute madness.
Don't know. Tomatoes?
I mean, if he was painting tomatoes, then fair enough.
The Alpo 40 says nice beards. Thanks.
Thank you.
Grew it myself.
Mine's quite light. You can't really see it in this light. But
You bleached it.
I did.
Somebody earlier asked if we argue about whose is better. No, I complimented Wheels' beard this morning because he's not trimmed it over the holidays.
Oh, I thought you
And
meant,
now it's bigger.
I thought you meant the models. That would be very nice. No, not really.
No.
No.
Sort of both equally sort of comfortable with.
I would hope that at least one person in the world has, though.
What, argued about?
Yeah, on our behalf.
Oh, yeah. Don't. They'll only start in the chat.
I was just going to say, argue in
Come
the
on,
chat
guys.
now.
Let's hear your top 3
Okay,
points.
this is drying a bit. It's very
Top
Hulk,
3 beers
isn't
in the
it?
Dicepainter team. Go.
It's very Hulk at this point. Stick it in the close-up cam anyway.
Once it's dried, I feel like.
At least it's... Oopsie!
Didn't want to give that to me, did
Bing
you?
bong! At least it's an even shade. It's an even colour now.
I actually have a model in there. This is the sort of general look of those horrible super mutants I attempted to paint on stream.
Oh, yeah.
That just did not work.
The Alpo
That's when I was
40
on Bastard.
says your Blaze in the Dark review sold me, and I run a session 0 in 2 days.
Oh.
I
cool.
ran my first ever session of Blaze in the Dark on Friday. And it
Ah,
was very good. And I'm
good.
carrying on Friday.
Outside Xbox says you should plan for Coruscant to get loads of money. Sure thing. I mean,
I wonder who commented that.
probably Jane. In fairness, I did offer 300,000 gold pieces at the start of the stag episode, but then I guess I sort of knew that wouldn't happen. So yeah, fair enough. I'll have a think.
Nah. What would they spend it on? They'd probably just retire and then.
Throw it into a lake.
Yeah. Well.
That's what always happens.
Here we are.
This is the worst bit about painting a model is waiting for your show to dry.
Yeah, this is why it's nicer to have like a couple. Because then you can work on one whilst the other's drying.
Black Sarlacc says, as there is no D&D group in my area that I'm aware of, I want to start my own. I don't quite know which books to buy first. Any tips? Just get the player's guide.
We also literally just put out a list on dicebreaker.com
Yeah.
of the best modules for Dungeons & Dragons.
That is a very, very good point. But yeah, in terms of the rules you need, it's all in the player's handbook. You'd think you'd need the Dungeon Master's Guide. It's nice to have, but it's not essential. So the ones I use most commonly are the Player's Guide and the Monster Manual, because I use the Player's Guide to look up magic whenever that happens in the Oxventure, or in other series. What? And
Ghost series!
and I like using the Monster Manual to just pull up stat blocks for monsters that I'm gonna get. And as Linnorn says, the basic rules are available for free in the Dungeons and Dragons website.
Yeah, or just make it all up. That's what I do.
JP Corkery, meanwhile, bought the PDF of Blades in the Dark and was surprised to see that an old friend of his was the copy editor for the rulebook.
Oh,
That
wow.
is pretty cool.
That is very
Oh,
cool.
good.
Castaway DC is quite right. It says, I just used Johnny's player's guide. It's true. It was at EGX and I didn't need it. I like, do you want to borrow it? Outside Xbox says, oh no, this sounds like a trick. It's not.
Promise.
It's looking nice.
Thank you, mate.
Everyone's just looking nice. You're painting nice flowing fabrics. I'm just painting a slab of
You
grumpy.
chose who to paint.
I know, because it's a slab of grumpy. Wheel sounded a lot like the monk from Age of Empires 2 just then. Woolaloo.
Woolaloo. Start the game already. King of the losers. Did I tell you that story about the man I met from Sega Japan?
Nope.
I feel like I brought it up on stream.
I don't know.
If I haven't yet, then what the hell am I playing at? But when I worked for CA, which is a video game company that were owned by Sega, and I was at an event and we had this big lunch, and there were people from Sega Japan over to say hi as well. And one of them was like a sort of I think he made like game engines or something, and he worked on the original Virtua Tennis, which is pretty cool. But also like he didn't speak a word of English, so we were sort of like talking through someone who spoke both languages and like occasionally Google Translate. And we found out that he loves Age of Empires 2. And the only words that we both knew that we could communicate with was "Wololo." It was so good.
Yeah.
But apparently they play in the old Sega Japan office. They do a 3v3 every lunchtime.
Wow.
In Age of Empires 2.
God.
So there you go. Shout out to that guy. I've got his business card somewhere.
Did you pass me my slab of
Yes.
Grumpy?
Up and coming.
Up and at 'em.
Or coming up, as most people would say.
Yes. That's still not dry, but I'll just start painting in other things.
Right, I've got some metals. I was
Oh my God!
What?
I just noticed. Like, I thought this guy had a necklace hanging across his tum-tum with some teeth on it.
Oh no, those are nipple
That's
piercings,
He's got a washing line off his nip knot. Put that in the close-up cam. Look at this. It's got pierced... Tilt it a little bit. It's got pierced nips and there's a washing line. He's hanging out some teeth to dry on it. It's bananas. That's just...
Hanging out his nips to dry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a Seawood game.
Yeah.
Don't kink shame him, man.
Just no, I'm not. Whoa, I'm not kink shaming. I'm impressed. Nip nops. I'll stop saying nip nops now.
Yeah.
I do like these sculpts
Please
though.
do.
I have to say.
Yeah, they're really nice.
They are good. And I like basically. I know. I've been like, mine doesn't look good, but I do like painting like musculature because it's really easy to sort of like layer and then highlight.
Seeing as we've got Steamforge games in the chat, do you want to tell us a little bit about Godtear, guys?
Yeah.
Let us know about what Godtear is and.
I'll tell you something about Godtear. The bases have a little Steamforged Games logo on the bottom, which I think is very neat.
Yeah.
Good job.
Non-invasive advertising.
Yeah. Good. We're still getting back into the swing of all being in the same room, aren't we?
Kind of just waiting for the reply in the chat, but those can take a while.
Don't judge, Johnny. I'm not kink shaming. Stop it.
Johnny.
Dave, isn't that rubbish in name? Says, was that cryptic remark from Johnny referring to the sudden Eurogamer interest in D&D, or are they just into it not to spite him? Who could say?
You are the best bluffer I've ever met.
Thank you.
Can I just say that? Just completely regardless of what we're talking about right now.
I don't know.
I've won lots of money in the poker.
The poker? Mm-hmm. Is that the one that the one that's red hot?
That's right, because my card skills are so fire.
Ooh, yeah.
Bugman's Glow. Oh, if I'd seen I had this, I would have used it.
That's like a metallic one, isn't it?
No.
No?
No, it's a really good, fleshy. No,
Oh, that is
really good for like Skaven tails and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll use a Bran for his hair.
Gives a brand. Should have Mornfang, right? Literally every set ever has Mornfang in it. There you go.
Mornfang Brown.
Skaven fur. Most of my reference of what paints are is like, what can they be used for in a Skaven army?
Andy Hall says, what are you going to do with that green, Johnny? Could you blue it up with a dark wash and start layering towards a dark blue? Sounds like the sort of thing I'd do painting and then be disappointed. No.
So Steve Fox Game says, we're painting champions. You battle another player's warband to gain the power of the fallen gods.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, so these come with like little warriors that sort of accompany them into battle. So I've got some little skelly men who are currently chilling in the pub I painted for Christmas.
Yes.
And then you've got some little archer elves.
I've already talked about the troglodytes.
Yeah, you've got some troglodytes. There's one where it's like little rock golems that are adorable.
Yeah, they're the troglodytes.
No, that's a
Are they?
different
Oh.
band. That's the sort of like gnomish mage.
Ah. Oh.
Maybe, are you
Pardon
thinking
me?
of those?
Maybe.
Maybe there's just two that look similar. Who knows? Not I.
Not I, said the walrus.
Certainly not I. Who has been very quiet for a long time.
Yeah. You okay, mate? Are you just concentrating?
I'm just really concentrating because I'm really liking what I'm doing and
Great.
I'm having a nice time.
Yay!
And here we are with
the quartz.
Alex Lowleys of Dicebreaker, who has some things to say. Take it away, Alex.
Hello, my name is Alex.
The quartzlings.
Quartz
to Steam Forge games.
Who is are those yours?
The little the
It
ones.
came with a question mark. It's the one that has there's like a mage and she's armored. She's got a hood on, and then she has the little Rocky Man.
Could go grab them.
Rocky Man.
Yeah, they're the ones. They're the ones that climb upstairs.
Also, Kenny Stoneman, hello Kenny, asks, are we going to get a stream where you all play with these armies? Yeah, we do want to actually play with these. We've done this a few times where we've been like, we'll paint a thing and then we'll play the thing. But I actually...
It's happened exactly 0 times.
Yeah, but I actually... So far, but we do plan to, and we certainly plan to with this. Because when we were we dug... Oh, wow, it's starting to look a lot like Blanca now. From Street Fighter. It's not orange. Okay, all right, mate. Well,
I'm just not into fighting games, though. That's
swing and a miss from me.
Oh, wait, no, I'm starting to remember who you mean.
Can I borrow this brush? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
It's not yours, but yeah.
I want to teach you about the importance of sharing. Yeah, we were sort of picking out what we were going to paint, and I was sort of just reading the back of the boxes, and I was like, I really actually want to give this a go.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And when it comes to miniatures, I'm all about that, not base, but small unit sizes.
Small model count.
That's the one.
It's Naya and the Quartzlings. And Steve Margetson adds in, yes, all Godtear champions sound like band names.
Nice. Technoir, could you please never talk about those Star Wars miniatures ever again? Thank you.
What do you mean?
I had such a horrible time painting that flipping
Stormtrooper. I had a great time making Luke Skywalker Dicebreaker pink.
He was Starlight Express, wasn't he?
Yep. You know what? Over the Christmas break, my friends and I decided to watch the prequels together and just talk over the top of them and, be like, lol, these are bad, but let's watch them anyway, ironically. We couldn't even enjoy them ironically. Like, episode 1 is so bad. I've seen so many people being like, here's my definitive Star Wars ranking, blah, blah, blah. And anyone who puts 1, 2, or 3 above any other film in the Star Wars canon just hasn't watched them recently enough, or they're lying, because, they're shocking. Like, unbelievably bad, insultingly bad. Really quite impressively so, in fact. So there. I am just killing conversations at 500 metres today, aren't I? Just absolutely just tearing them apart.
Ladies?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
Never seen it. I did mention this recently.
Don't watch the prequels. That's what I've. That's what I've taken.
What?
From
Do you not? Have you not seen it?
No, I've seen. I don't know, some of it. I really like the video games.
The video.
Yeah, but the films I could take or leave, really.
Fair enough.
Knights of the Old Republic is just a stone cold banger.
Yeah. Yeah.
From what I can tell, the writing's a lot better as well.
I'm using sniper techniques right now, so I'm trying to do this very finicky stuff on my thingy here. And I'm breathing in, and then I'm breathing out slowly as I paint.
Should we get you some diazepam? How long have you been a sniper, ladies?
Yeah, that was really like... And at first I was like, is that like a fencing term where you wait for your opponent and then get past their guard as they're coming to attack you, or... No, it just...
No, you're supposed to breathe out as you pull the trigger.
I know, yeah.
As a sniper. For ultimate steady-handedness. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No, I follow you. It was not what I expected you to say.
I mean, what else would you say during a painting stream?
A whole bunch of stuff, apparently.
How do you stay inside the lines, says Matt Davis.
Actually, holding your breaths are really good.
Yeah.
And just taking your time. And also...
No, not holding your breath, breathing out slowly. Because if you hold your breath, you shake. That's bad.
How many people have you killed? It just...
Depends how well the stream goes.
Fair. Well, I mean, if we made it through Slide Quest.
Yeah, but we don't know what's coming to us for that.
That's true. That's very true.
Thankfully, I'm editing that, so I'm definitely going to make it look like I was in there.
Oh, you absolute scumbag.
Propaganda. I mean, you do constantly do propaganda for yourself. You're like, yeah, let's get a hashtag going. Poor
I
Alex
never do that.
Louise.
People in the chat do that, and I
social
encourage
media.
them.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Also, staying within the lines, it all depends on where you hold your model and how still. So I like to have my my elbows planted, and I put my wrists together, or at least the heels of my palms together.
Well, look at that, my friend.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
we're all doing it.
a wrist, your little finger on your painting hand, you can either rest on the model or I cup it like that in my fingers. So then I've actually got quite a stable cradle. So then all the movements you're making are just with your fingers, and you're just like... And a lot of it is just practice, because I have to say, you guys are jerks. I have to say that I don't really have much artistic ability, but it's just sheer practice over the last, 3 years, I think, that's meant I can paint at least to a standard that I'm happy with. Even though I have made... every colour choice I've made so far today... I've ended up regretting. And I say ended up, I mean I've instantly regretted.
Presently regretting.
But you know what? That's okay, because if you're going to leave your house and come all the way to Brighton and not bring your paints, you don't get to be choosy.
Are you blaming the paints?
Blaming myself.
Craftsman and tools and all that.
I literally just said I'm blaming myself.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing.
Oh, is it? No.
What?
A bad workman always blames his tools, is the...
Yeah, exactly.
Is the
That's why you're rising above that and saying,
Obviously.
no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Now he's Hulk. Now he's got
Now he's
the
Hulk,
blue
yeah.
jean
Yeah.
shorts on.
Yeah,
Or somebody else that I actually just realised I can't mention.
Yes. Brilliant. Oh, I know who you mean.
Stop it!
So never mind.
Oh my god,
moving
spoilers.
swiftly on.
Stop. Okay. Alright.
What else is new with you guys?
Anybody, read any good,
Nope.
Oh, I'm reading a really good book at the moment.
Go on.
I've been trying to get back into reading, and I've really been struggling, but I bought this book when I was in Ireland. Oh my god, we had this nightmare. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, I bought a book, and I've been reading it, and I've enjoyed it so far, and it's by this man called Kim
Kardashian.
Kim something with S.
Hill?
No. Oh my god, no. Anyway, the book is called New York 2140, I think. And it's set in New York in the year 2140. And it's as if... It's very topical, actually, because it's like the... just forgotten
Kim
all my
Marsh
words.
says Castaway?
No,
Kim Stanley Robinson?
Yes, Stanley Robinson, that's the one. And it's set as if global warming has been like really bad times. And my words are coming out very well. But anyway, New York is under like a lot of water and is like essentially like a Venice. It's really interesting and fun to read.
We have a super
Cool.
chat from Kenny Stoneman. Who
Kenny
says,
Stoneman.
Hello, you cheeky lovelies. I've got $400 of Warhammer Age of Sigmar figures / paints that I bought 4 years ago.
Whoa.
Thinking of starting on them. Will the paints still be good? If you've not opened them, then yeah.
Yes, it will. I've got paints that I bought 3 years ago now, and I'm still using them.
Yeah.
Give them a really good shake.
Some will be, better than others, because some just like separate, and like Korax White is a bastard. But apart from that, sure it'll be fine. Be alright. Yeah, okay.
There's a Korax bastard in these hills. Eric Franklin says, didn't even know Age of Sigmar had been going 4 years. Now I feel old.
God, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's only been properly going for like 2 years.
Yeah, in fairness.
2 years of people just riffing on it constantly.
And being livid.
Yeah. Oh boy, did I know about that.
I read a really cheerful book this year called The Five, which is there's like the real lives of the women who were murdered by Jack the Ripper.
Oh.
And actually, it's a phenomenal book because it's actually all about Victorian society and how awful it was, and how basically, if you were poor in that society, you were being set up to fail, and people weren't being helped, and basically, like, it's it's kind of a dispelling a lot of the nonsense that's been peddled about these 5 women who have been dehumanized to the point where everyone's like, oh my god, Jack the Ripper, like he's a spooky, fun, boogeyman figure. But actually, the people he killed were real people with, hopes and wants and dreams, and children in every single aspect. I think every single one of them had kids. Anyway, it's a really good book, and it's not as heavy as you think it would be, or at least not in the way that you think it would be. It's just it's very, very interesting. Can recommend. I'm a cheerful soul.
Abby got me this really, really lovely, I don't know what the official word is, like collector's edition or whatever of The Watchmen. The Watchmen, just Watchmen. And I've been reading it again, and it's just fantastic. It really is just one of the best graphic novels.
I read it in one sitting.
It's so
in
good.
2009 when I had swine flu.
Oof.
And I had been
You had
quarantined.
swine flu?
No, yes I did, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
It was boring.
I'm trying so hard not to say.
I showed symptoms.
Not so
My dad called me. My dad's a doctor. He called me and was like, you sound a bit peaky. I was like, I feel a bit ill. He was like, I'm coming over. And I was like, what? He was over 10 minutes later, because my parents lived 10 minutes from where I was living at the time. And he barged in, was like, kicked the door in, was like, checked me out for symptoms. He was like, you've got swine flu. You can't leave the house for a week. Went and got me some Tamiflu and was like, stay in. So I had to give up a ticket to Festival because I had swine flu.
Something tells me your dad gave you swine flu.
Pretty sure he didn't.
He was absolutely certain.
I was sick. He diagnosed me with swine flu. He quarantined me. And then I was just bored for a week. I watched 3 seasons of The Sopranos. I read Watchmen in one sitting, had a nap, then watched the film. It turns out that you can get bored of sleeping, of reading, of watching films.
Yeah.
You can get bored of all of those things. It's amazing. Steamforged Games says looking good.
Yeah, thank you. I saw that. Thank you very much. I did some little details on the thing.
Ooh, little gold embroidery.
Oh, let's have a look. I like it. That's really nice.
Thank you.
Hey, look at you. Good brush control. Lotus is actually looking excellent.
That's the bit that I was saying. I was trying to sniper breathe.
Ah, I see. Jack Parkinson's been reading the Witcher books, and they're fine, I guess. I enjoy reading them, but they're pretty sometimes. Much prefer the short story anthology books. I'm the same way, to be honest.
Oh.
I read one.
I need my password. You keep talking.
I read one of the main series and was like, this is fine. But to be honest with you, over the break I got The Witcher 3 on the Switch. And it's still so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the universe that author created is probably more important than the actual books themselves.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Very regal, says Steamforged Games.
Oh, thank
Much
you.
like the Star Wars films.
Justly, you've been getting a lot of compliments. I'm
trying
going
to figure out
back
what colour to
in
make
on
her
the skin on this guy.
Back in on the skin. Johnny Chiodini here on Pig Watch.
Make it brown. Is that boring?
That's my life of the week.
No.
It's not boring. It's almost probably not boring.
Oh, brown hair.
I tend to find this with models where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that colour because everyone would have done that colour. And then I do that colour and I was like, oh, that's why everyone does that colour. It looks really good.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she's got brown hair. When I look at her, I just see brown.
Fair enough, mate.
So I'm just going to go with that.
A brunette.
Just doesn't feel very elfy to have brown hair.
No, this was a brunette. Absolutely.
I've got brown hair and I'm perfectly healthy. Hey?
It's not Christmas anymore. You can't tell that joke.
No, I meant healthy.
Yeah,
No.
I'm painting an elf. That's
No,
still relevant.
That was a Christmas elf joke.
No, I don't think
What are you talking about?
By the way, I saw somebody mention The Adventure Zone, and that is a very good podcast. Listen to that.
As
Really
is
good
my
D&D
brother
podcast.
and me.
Yeah, but I think they were talking. Oh, yeah.
My favourite podcast is Hello from the Magic Tavern.
What's that about?
I'm glad you
Magic
asked.
Tavern.
Basically, the host is a man named Arnie Camp who falls through a dimensional rift behind a Burger King in Chicago, and he falls into the magical, fantastical world of Foon, which is like a fantasy universe. He's still getting a slight Wi-Fi signal through the dimensional rift, and so he sits in the pub called the Vermilion Minotaur, because Chicago, Red Bull, well, the Chicago Bulls rather, Vermilion Minotaur, and he interviews people from this fantasy world. He is always joined by his co-hosts, Usador, who is a wizard whose name takes almost a full minute to say, and Chunt, who is a shapeshifter who mostly takes the form of a talking badger. And it is very funny. They're all professional improv comedians, but also they a lot of them, like Arnie Niekamp works at Jackbox Games, who makes, like, you know, the Jackbox Party Pack and stuff. A lot of them do, actually, and it's just so funny. I was at their first ever live show in London, which is cool, but also one of my close friends was one of the guests, and I was so envious. It's really cool.
What's it called again?
Hello from the Magic Tavern.
I do constantly hear about it.
It's very, very good. They talk about buttholes a lot, though.
Buttholes?
Yeah. And how many buttholes people have. It's just, yeah. I like it. Oh.
Sounds like Eurogamer have started their stream, all right.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like they're having a good time. But don't you tune in. You can watch it as a VOD.
I swear to God.
If you're watching this one as a VOD because you watched Eurogamer, we forgive you. Welcome. But we won't read out your comments.
You.
I mean, I kind of have to forgive them, right? You're like, I can't besmirch my former channel. Yeah, this is why I hired you.
It's definitely possible that you could.
Wheels is always making me besmirch my former workplace.
No, I just did that because it's funny.
Is that why you always call them big potato games?
Do I?
To be fair, I used to do that when I worked there.
Oh, you are just a delight.
You are just Alex Lightleys.
You are, yeah. Yep.
That's me.
Well,
I really like
there
her
we
hair, because
go.
like I'm literally just painting it, and look, it's really
Oh, that looks
textured.
really cool.
It comes out really nice.
Is that a wash or is that?
No, that's just a base color.
Oh.
But
Wow.
it's just the way her hair is textured that it just comes out like that.
whoa.
Isn't that
really
amazing?
cool.
That's intricate. That's really cool.
I'm gonna show it in the
Yeah,
camera in
that
a
needs
second,
to-
because I think that's really cool. Like, I've done nothing here, and it's come out amazing.
I meanwhile have cut back on the shade a bit by bringing in more of the base colour, and already that looks much better.
Much better.
Yeah. Phew. Where do I go from here? Rakarth Flash.
Where do we go?
This model is making me feel good about my painting skills.
Hell yeah.
Good,
Thank
mate.
you. Thank you, Steamforge Games.
Good
For a
on
second,
you.
I was like, straight.
What?
JP says, I already popped over there to tell them I was staying here to fulfill my new duties as Loli's sidekick.
Yes, JP.
See?
I'll forgive you for beating me and Johnny up. Right. Slightly soiled tomato. Tamato. Tiamto? Why is the apostrophe there? I don't
What?
understand. It's like Tamato or something.
You know, sometimes I don't read out comments because I'm like, I can't be bothered with this.
Time to open a couple of tabs and then just have a bunch of live streams running at the same time at full volume to annoy my family.
God. That sounds like a nightmare.
I approve. I'm fully in support of this. Right.
To be
This
fair,
is going to
You
be
don't have to
interesting.
experience it, that's why.
Nearly dipped my paintbrush in my drink.
I should probably actually drink some more.
I haven't drunk any of my paint water today because it looks really murky. It turns out even I have limits.
Brian Schooner said, did you guys ever share the details of the first World Clask Doubles Championship?
is it Schooner or Schooner?
It might be Schooner.
I think it's Schooner.
Or Shona.
Oh, that's
Schooner.
Schoner or Schoner.
Please enlighten
I'm
us.
really glad you came in because you cleared this whole situation right up.
Please enlighten us so we can stop having this conversation.
Was it me and Chris? Who won? Do you remember?
First world class doubles. What?
Do you remember when we played doubles Clask? When we made up doubles.
I
Oh.
remember
at a
being
hotel?
absolutely livid because we were about to leave and then you were like, no, wait, just 2 games of full-on doubles class. And I was like, I'm so hungry I will pull my own head off and bowl it at you.
And then we went to about 8 different restaurants that were too full for
Yeah,
us.
it was a good 90 minutes before we
And then we just came back to the hotel after I said we should go to
Whilst
the
being
hotel.
smacked in the face by Olivia's balloon.
Oh yeah,
That was
teeny
great,
tiny
though.
knees. But yeah, so no, we didn't share the results in the end.
But I have a video.
But yeah, that was our sort of come play with us social at
Which
Packs
was
Unplugged.
absolutely fine.
Packs Unplugged.
There were no hiccups whatsoever.
There was no last minute adjustment of the venue or anything like that, actually.
Hello, Benton.
Hey, Emma.
Hello.
Never apologise for being late. You're your own person with your own schedule.
You arrive exactly when you mean to.
Precisely when you mean to.
Exactly. Thank you.
But yeah, so we are currently. Oh, that reminds me, I was meant to have a meeting with Matt today. We
It's
have
Matt Gandalf.
No. It was the thing I was about to say. We are currently knocking up our plans for Resd, sort of community stuff we can do there, and what we want to get out the show. So keep your eyes peeled, and we'll have something for you.
We will have a pint. Pint with a gang.
Lads.
If we bring in the whole gang, one pint won't go far at all.
No, it's like a weird dexterity game where everyone has to have one
Oh
sip.
God.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Lodi's really likes co-op dexterity games.
Don't.
As you'll see this weekend.
Oh, Ellie Mum's done a super chat. Thank you, Ellie Mum. Saying, yeah, I made it. My fave streamers.
Woo, welcome.
In your face, Eurogamer. I'm joking. That was a joke. Please don't tell them.
Oh God, they're coming!
God, they
Right,
actually will.
I'm gonna
what
show
am I
you the
doing?
hair now.
I'm really off my game at the
Just
minute.
FYI, I have not even done
Ooh, adorable.
any shading.
Well, that's okay, but that's
You-
not.
I haven't done any
Sorry.
shading or anything, but that's like the texture of her hair alone just made it come out really cool. I don't know if you can see that.
Retracted.
Having an existential crisis and wiping some paint off, and then just gonna have a sit and a think about this. Crikey.
Here we go.
Crikey.
Anyway, I'm gonna add some shape to that now.
Oh, do the gold. Do the gold. Honestly, it looks really cool. Put that on your gold. It looks amazing.
I've done the gold already.
We shaded it.
Yeah, and then I added some gold, the other gold underneath for.
No, I ain't
I've done it, mate. I've done it. I've done all my shading.
Johnny's having a really good time.
Yeah.
I've been an absolute mare. Let me just try this. It's going so well, I'm painting with my back to the camera.
Oh, because he's using the light.
That was what a lot of my painting streams have been like. I've wanted to just turn away because it's not working.
Well, at
That
least.
looks nice from here, Johnny.
Yeah, from there. Okay, alright. No, we're getting back in this. Okay, alright. Yeah, fine.
Hi, Dean.
Two things. You're not wearing a mic.
No, I'm not wearing a mic.
That's why you're so quiet. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Fair enough. Second thing, Jane said you're wrong about Taylor Swift. That's it.
Which Jane?
Jane Johnston.
Oh, just tell her she's wrong about everything.
I'll forward that message up.
Cool.
When was
Cheers,
that
Dean.
Thank you,
Taylor
Dean.
Swift mentioned?
Because Dean thinks Taylor Swift is good.
I love Taylor Swift.
And the chat's going to go wild in 3, 2, 1. Taylor Swift opinions.
Does anybody actually care?
Yeah, I don't think anyone but Dean really cares that much to have much an opinion on the subject.
Dang. Well.
He called her Tay Tay.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I call her Tay Tay.
Oh,
The
mate.
Castaway DC says, we just need to shake it off.
Whee.
You stop that right now, Castaway.
Oh,
Dang it all,
yes.
Dean. You've really interrupted the stream. And you know what? I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
I knew you'd
Yeah,
look
that's the
better
song.
when you walked in.
Elfbow Lakes.
Stop it. Send tweet. Okay. This has been a slow paint for me, I'll be honest.
This is, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna do this layer.
Taking the paint off.
I'm
with
gonna
my
shade it
wrist.
again.
I probably should have waited a bit longer.
I'm
What,
gonna
the Beal again?
I'm actually gonna, no, not the Beal. I'm gonna chuck some Null Oil on this.
Not the Beal. Anything but the Beal.
Not the Beal! Ellie Mum says, need your chill. Daughter is sick with stomach bug.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry, Ellie Mum. Thank you for the super chat, though.
Hope she
Tell
gets
Ellie
better
daughter.
soon.
To be better soon.
Yeah.
Tell her.
Stomach bug is... I mean, I kind of feel like whenever would be, you know, appropriate. Because maybe said child is not feeling well right now. And yet, here you are. Trying to get...
What's the worst painting attempt you've ever seen or accidentally released into the world through your own fair hands? Well, Matt Davies,
This.
I had a really fun thing a little while ago, which I think I've talked about in the stream before, but I found the Tyranids that I painted when I was like 13.
Oh, this will be good.
Years
Yes.
old. They were disgustingly bad, caked on paint. Some random like paints that I just found in a shop as well that just weren't suitable for models at all. And then also every single one was a different colour and pattern. So there was just no cohesion whatsoever.
But you were also like 14. Like, would you bust your way into, if you saw some kids playing at a table, would you be like, oh, look at your models. They're disgusting.
Oh, I'm sure there was someone who would do that.
Lighten up on yourself. Yeah, but you're not that guy. Because you're actually not. Okay, Lowly's disagrees, but I think you're nice-ish.
Thanks, Louise. You butt. Yeah, you.
Hey, uft.
We got a corn.
Did you call me a butt?
Yeah, I called you a butt.
Cool.
Be nice.
No, that's fine.
Johnny, add some woad. It would break up the overpowered greenness.
Well, actually, what I'm doing is adding a lot of Rakarth flesh, which is kind of
That's looking good.
it's doing something. I hate it, but it's doing something.
But do you hate it as much as you did before?
I hate it differently, but to the same level of, wow, I'm having a nightmare. This sucks.
You need to do the dry brush technique that I talked to you about.
Okay.
I need some cornbread.
Right.
Cornbread?
Right.
Yeah, cornbread.
Right.
What's cornbread?
Cornbread.
Oh. Cornbread's delicious.
Really is.
Is it?
Oh, it's really
Wait,
good.
which one's cornbread?
The one that's literally like bread made of cornmeal.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
Oh, that's
I had to slow down there because even though I meant what I said, it was going to come out really condescending. It's like the one that's made of corn.
You're learning though.
Yeah.
Look at you moderating yourself.
Your own chatbot, don't I?
Johnny's crisis is beyond existential at this point. Correct. Oh, I mean to carry on in 2020 apparently. I'm just going to slap more of this on. So it's more Rakarth than it is not. Then I'm going to shade it again. And then I'm just going to cry. And if I keep doing that until 5 o'clock...
then the stream will be over.
and I'll be dehydrated from tears. Don't look at me. Oofed. Oh, ah! I didn't pay attention. Is Johnny painting a zombie ogre? Not intentionally. Every colour choice I've made today has been wrong, and now I'm just disheartedly dabbing at it, which is annoying because I really like this sculpt.
Yeah, go on. I'm doing a really fine edge now. That's not going well. Gonna do the sniper technique.
Works, doesn't it?
Quite soothing, even if it doesn't.
I was once getting tattooed by a guy who was having to do a lot of fine lines. He was holding his breath as he did each one, and so we had to take a break because he got dizzy.
Oh.
It was
See,
really
that's
funny.
why you breathe out slowly.
But then
Slowly.
What do you need to breathe in?
You breathe in, and then you go in,
But then what do you
breathing
need to
out.
breathe out?
You breathe out while you're doing it.
But what?
I think he's trying to wind you up, Alex. I'm no expert. I am.
You are.
But I dipped my brush in the wrong paint.
You're on paint.
Yes.
Until it's drink, I think.
No, wrong paint.
Oh,
Yeah, because
the
I thought
wrong
you were going to say drink and then you said paint.
No, palette. I nearly said drink, but I meant palette.
Parley.
Disheartedly dabbing me at the club. Says
Aw.
Dave, isn't that a rubbish name?
I've kind of gotten to a point now where I've got all these like little tiddly biddly bits,
Oh, bits.
and I'm like
There's-
trying to.
Still loads of white for you to...
Yeah, but they're all little tiddly biddly bits now.
Well, I mean, you've already proven that you've got a steady hand, so, you know.
I'm just trying to figure out because I'm like now I have to like think about all the different colors that are gonna go together, Whereas before that, I was just like, yeah, that's that colour, that's that colour. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Do you know what? I painted that big ratto recently, and it just reminded me that like most people are scared of doing big models. But oh boy, let me tell you, it's a lot less stressful.
It is. I found this
big.
Yeah,
I
found
don't
this a lot
like
more
them
relaxing.
as much. I just find like there's nowhere for my mistakes to hide, I guess. No, I don't know. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm really into painting a big model, and sometimes I'm not. For those of you who aren't aware, Wheels painted a Vermin Lord over the holidays, and it looks bloody great.
It's on our Twitter account. I retweeted myself.
Oh, good. Jack Parkinson has done a super chat. Thank you very much. It says, I'm a card/board game noob, so not ashamed to say that my family and I had a great time with One Night Ultimate Werewolf this holiday.
Sweet.
Can recommend to noobs.
It is good.
I had a perfectly good time playing that recently.
Yeah.
I say recently, a while ago. It's fine. It's fun. Like it is good. If anything, the only bit I don't like about it is its brevity, which some might say is the whole point of it. But oh my God, Johnny, what are you?
Johnny, it's fine. Stop beating yourself up.
It's awful.
What colour are the feathery bits on arrows usually?
Whatever you want them to be.
You could do like each one a different, slightly different colour.
No, she doesn't have rainbow arrows.
Do you mean
Come on,
fletching?
I would say white then,
Yeah, I made them white.
and then give them like a brown wash.
Okay.
As soon as this red came out, it all went to pot. I don't know why I did his road blue. It's not a colour I usually dabble into, because I do not know how to complement it. And now I've just got Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spidey's girl.
I watched the Simpsons movie over Christmas again. I hadn't seen it since it first came out. It's quite funny. It's not great, but it was quite funny. In bits. That's not what I want. I'm a steal a brush again. Please, thank you. Goodbye.
You look after him, you take him home before 10. Make sure that he has a fun time. Have you ever seen those, those like really insecure, weird American dads that have a gun?
The ones who wear t-shirts that are like, I'm a welder.
Yeah.
I drink beer. I love freedom.
But
I
more
have a gun. If you don't like it, move.
More specifically, like, if you touch my daughter,
Oh, yeah.
then I will, like, destroy your
The
entire
rules for
family.
dating my daughter dads.
Yeah.
They're so weird.
But there's that one t-shirt where it's like, anything you do to my daughter, I'll do to you. And it's like, okay,
Ew.
take me out for a lovely date.
Yeah.
Pay for me, please.
Lolis, we need your password again.
Oh, you should touch it every now and again.
Well, it's too late now.
So the immaturity got the better of me then.
Yes, it did.
Too old for this crack.
Well, actually, hey!
Ellie Mom's got a super chat. She says, "You're doing wonderful, sweetie, Johnny."
Thanks.
At Johnny.
You didn't see it. It's because I was sat there for about 2 minutes with my bottom lip stuck out because I was really sad.
Aww.
But,
Strong mum vibes from Ellie Mum.
Phasing? What's phasing? JP?
Phrasing.
I know. He said phasing.
Oh, sorry.
Phasing is when two audio channels are slightly out of sync.
Wow.
Nerd.
Make a weird whooshy noise.
Okay. With the application of a crimson wash. Oh. Do you remember this? Do you remember Blackjacks, the sweets? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Ah,
I hate it, but I don't despise it.
it's very fleshy.
Yeah.
Like
Which is
disgustingly. But
yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
like nurgly.
Yeah. which I'm kind of getting into.
I think I'm getting confused by his foot wraps because you haven't done those yet.
Yeah. But okay, I'm willing to show this on the close-up cam
Okay,
now.
that's a good step.
Because I actually think that's almost a functioning base coat now.
We're getting there.
An hour and 20 in.
Cameron Gore says, we want to see.
Yeah, go on, stick it on the thing.
It's a bit wet.
It's rubbish.
There he is. There's our pal. What do we reckon, chat?
Support.
It's terrible.
You're not in the chat, you don't have an opinion. I can't believe how long it's taken me to do this one bit of fabric.
Johnny's thoughts. It's almost satisfactory. Cameron Gore lies and says, very nice. Emma Benson has done a super chat and says, you all are a ray of sunshine in an incredibly chaotic 2020. Have some money while I can still afford to do this.
Aww.
Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And you. And, you know, never feel like you have to super chat. Dave, isn't that rubbish? The name said my video stream pixelated out as you placed it. He looks grotesque and I love it. It's lovely in a gruesome kind of way.
More like scrotesque, am I right?
Oh, well, I think it's pleasant. Thank you, Eric Franklin. That's nice.
I mean, let's be honest, nobody was going to be mean, were they? You know?
It'll come together, we believe in you. Thank you, Steamforged Games. I'm sorry I'm ruining your lovely model.
You did the really nice bust. You've already done some lovely things for Steamforged Miniatures.
Oh, the bust of
Rage.
Rage. Yeah. Maybe I'll go get that and put that in the close-up cam because it lives on my desk. It looks like a good base coat. Keep going. You're right. I'll just keep going. It's fine. From over here, without my glasses on and being short-sighted, I still eat it.
No, that's good from over here.
I'm going to go get my Rage bust so I can be like, look, I painted something nice.
I don't think anyone's going to hear me.
Even though while it is a Guild Ball character, it was actually made by a different company.
Well, Steamforged Universe.
Whoopsie.
Oh,
Whoopsie.
there it goes, we're on the camera.
Bye.
Also, it'd be nice to have something in front of the camera.
Yeah, we didn't really think that through, did we?
Nope.
Although there are often a lot of things that we don't think through, so it's kind of just on brand, really.
We're not called Dicepainter. Come on, guys.
I was going to go Dice Thinker.
Mine was better. Mine's got BR like breaker, brainer.
But mine makes more sense.
I don't think so. Vote in the chat now.
Vote now on your phones.
Here's one I made earlier. Bonk. There you go.
it is.
That's something I half competently painted.
Half competently. Come on, mate.
Sorry. Starting off 2020 as I mean to go on. Absolutely hating myself.
Self-depreciation.
Cheer up. Cheer
No,
up, Dad.
it's not my brand.
Just a distant.
Just heard Aoife scream, yeah.
Aoife falling down a well.
Everyone has these days with painting, says Emma Thomas. Just need to go look at your first mini you painted. It will remind you how far you've come. That's fair. There are times when I'm like, to be honest, like when you shared pictures of your Vermin Lord, I was like, oh, I'll take some pictures of mine by contrast. And then I was looking at it like, ooh, I finished this a while ago.
Cool, man.
This is not great.
The green and gold art.
Aoife just saw Johnny's model. Nice tech noir.
Oh my lord.
I'm into it. I think that's funny.
That is very funny, but sick burn, mate.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
He's fine.
I hate it.
Stop being a coward.
You're a coward, shut up.
Anything is salvageable.
Except
Have you seen that guy on YouTube who, I can't remember his name, but he takes miniatures that were sort of painted pretty poorly and like cleans them up?
no, that sounds good.
Yeah. It's good stuff. I saw him do a Green Knight. The Green Knight.
I had a plan.
There, Johnny.
Might just have a lie down on the floor for 10 minutes.
What was your plan?
Not this. Not like this. Perhaps it's time for a pint. I mean, I told myself I was going to try and do dry January.
Oh, I thought you were drinking wine.
No. No, that's... What, this? No, that's...
Oh my god.
Don't. No, come on now.
It's empty.
Yeah, I know, but still. Right, I've done some red bits now. God, that took a long time. Oh no, wait, there's still more. God damn it.
Oh, it looks really nice.
Meh.
Oh, no, I like it. It's nice.
Johnny, stop.
Yours looks nice too. It's really cool. Okay, great. Let's just see what happens if I go back in.
The only thing about doing like really detailed miniatures is that you tense up so much because I'm trying to be still. Like it's kind of tiring after a while. Yeah, as Alyssa puts out, try and do dry January, not do dry January.
Yeah. See?
Steamforge Games says go for the boots,
Go for the boots.
which made me think of Minsk from Baldur's Gate 2 for some reason. Go for the eyes, boo!
Who needs to go for the boots?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. What is dry January? Why is that a thing?
It's when you don't drink any liquids for the whole of January for the banter. And then you just shrivel up.
Banter.
No. No. Yep. Just no.
Yep.
Hope you're putting those back on, mister.
Yeah, I'm still using
It's
the
not-
brush. What?
Ms.
Ms.
Right, this isn't super clean.
Okay, here we go. This is what we do now.
I'm going to clean up the blue.
You're listening to me, Johnny,
Mr.
you coward.
Listen here, Johnny. I'm going to clean up the blue, then I'm going to give him a wash.
Hey, how did I miss? Wait, what?
Dirty, dirty skeleton.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Do, 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 do,
Can I clarify, was that a Black Books reference?
Of course it was.
Good. Cool.
Got dirty cups. So weird that history has never been able to work out who co-wrote Black Books. They know Dylan Moran was involved. And then beyond that, it's just absolutely no one knows.
It was, oh god, what's the vocoder anime girl's name again? Hakuna Mits something.
Hakuna Matata.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
She's the one who famously developed Minecraft.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
What a wonderful phrase.
It's okay, I'm relaxing.
It means no worries.
Keep it under 30 seconds. Keep it under 30 seconds. Otherwise we'll be liable.
What if we wait for 10 seconds and then keep singing?
Iffy.
I don't think under any court of law that you could pass that as a representation of anything.
It's a problem free. Hakuna Matata. See? Different sound.
It's a parody now. You can't touch us.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, alright, there we go. I know it looks like I'm still having an existential crisis. I just need the light. What I'm doing is painting it some more.
It's still like mine.
Oh, we're super chit. Zachary Evans says, I love y'all's channel. I love that I get to watch you all the day after my birthday. Johnny model looks great and you'll make my day. Happy birthday for yesterday, Zachary.
Birthday.
No, day after my birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy
it was your
birthday
birthday
gone
yesterday.
No, as in happy we almost got the right day.
But almost sounds like it's not.
Oh, you could misconstrue it, I guess. Yeah.
Belated happy birthday!
Belated happy birthday. Dave, isn't that rubbish name? Wheels and Lodies, what RPG would you like to GM? Can I have more context to the question? Because there's loads. Oh, I saw, actually, once again, I'm going to keep sending you on over to dicebreaker.com, where there's a list of sort of good rules-light RPGs to
Yeah!
And there's one which is like Watership Down, where you all play bunnies, but it's like a horror RPG because it's like,
Oof.
obviously being a bunny is really flipping terrifying.
Apart
That
from the
looks
sex.
amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's terrifying what happens after. The 4 million bunnies that come out.
Depends how much you like children. You're right, it sounds terrifying. Sansa de Silva says, Johnny, in a super chat in fact, to quote a famous Scottish poem, the best laid schemes of mice and men go often askew and leave us nothing but grief and pain for promised joy. Gang after Glade is...
That sounds like a Scottish poem.
yeah, the best laid plans of mice and men gang after Glade. Very true. I'm coming back round on this because what I've done is I've done some more paint and now I don't hate it.
Ah, I see.
I guess I'm trying to freehand in some more muscles.
Dave, isn't that rubbish? Dave? I'm just gonna call you Dave. Dave says, hoping to see you guys run an RPG and see Johnny as a player. I mean, you got to see Johnny as a player in Cyberpunk.
Yep, and Reverse Beastmaster. And if you haven't seen those, watch them because they're really good.
Yes, they
and
are.
to be honest, I wish more people would watch them.
Our Cyberpunk videos are brilliant, so please watch them. They're really, really funny. Mainly because of Matt Jarvis.
Oh my god,
oh my god, our editor-in-chief, Matt Jarvis, is very funny.
He's hilarious. And the best thing is, he doesn't realise how hilarious he is.
No, afterwards he was like, did I ruin that whole session? I was like, no, Matt.
You were the session.
You were the session.
He's so good.
Okay. He doesn't hate it. He doesn't hate it. Afternoon all, what have I missed? Oh, Paul Lamprey.
Johnny
been a
wishes
lot of-
he missed this.
I've been on a wild
A lot
one.
of ups and downs, yeah.
I've had an existential crisis
a lot of ups, a lot of downs.
existential crisis to end all existential crises. Lowlies has absolutely smashed it out the park.
I'm middling. I've had some successes, I've had some failures.
Quietly competent is how I describe you today.
Thank you, friend.
You're welcome. See, we can be nice.
Every now and again.
Weirds me out.
Elf bow legs.
You're just trying to wind me up.
Well, you said you were weirded out by us being nice. I was like, I know, I'll antagonise her a little bit. So yes, in essence.
It's good that you did Elfo Lakes there because I needed to breathe out to keep my hands steady.
Oh yeah, I've not even tried your sniper techniques. I don't know about you, but this light is really hurting my eyes. It's actually hitting us face on, so it's really hard to see the miniatures.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we do it for you at home. So what I'm saying is,
This is your fault.
once I go blind, I'm starting a Patreon, and I'm going to guilt you all into backing it. It's
Okay.
another conversation just
Sorry, I'm really concentrating right
put
now.
in the ground by yours truly.
Right next to white bone with dark blue, so I'm in a precarious situation right
This
now.
is totally born. No one? Anyone?
Nope.
Damn it. I figured it was a long shot, but basically it was like, if this lands, it will mean the world to me. So
JP says that elbow leg joke is definitely growing on me.
yes, JP.
No, JP, I thought you're on my side here.
You've already got 2 elbows, mate.
What?
It's growing on him.
Elbow?
Elf bow. Oh, you didn't understand the joke. So it's an elf. I don't even have the guts to go through with this.
That's what happened earlier. See, this was what happened earlier. He told a joke, and then 10 minutes later, he was like, because it's like.
Yeah, but.
And I was like, I know. I turned around and I was like,
I was doing that to
wind.
I was doing that to wind you up, because I knew you were still annoyed with me, and I was like, listen, the only way out of this is through. Just explain the joke again.
How come I get all the stick for being the antagonist? You all do it.
To be fair, you usually are.
Yeah.
I feel like Johnny's just in a first day back in the office.
I think that's it.
Hi.
I wouldn't call it a high.
Oh.
You've got the confidence of a man whose first day back in the office.
Paul Lamprey says you still have your appendages from what I can see, so I take it the Christmas axe throwing went well. Went very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did quite good.
I smashed it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it turns out I'm quite good at throwing axes.
None of us played it together, but
Yeah.
we all separately did well.
Yeah. I was really nervous about doing it at all because I've got axes tattooed on my chest, and I was like, well, what if I'm terrible at it?
Oh, yeah.
And they laugh
That's
at
a lot
me.
of pressure.
First axe I threw, bang, bullseye.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is pretty good.
So yeah, I was really pleased with it. It was a simple instruction. It's a really easily replicable movement. So.
Yeah. Dean did a really cool move where he had to throw it backwards.
Oh, I saw this, I think.
But also upside down or something? No, was it just upside down? Anyway, he did a really cool move, and he actually was better at throwing it, whatever the cool move was, than actual just like the regular old
He's such a
throw.
cool guy.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
in fairness, he is a cool guy.
Just before it goes, hello, I'm Duke, says, would you guys sell your miniatures for the public? Probably
no,
not.
I love them too much.
I don't know. I was talking about this earlier. Like, I've really, this was even before today's stream. Like, I've not been painting much in my spare time, and I've fallen off the wagon. Like, I've just not been doing it. And when I think about it, it makes me feel slightly anxious. I'm like, why is that? And I think part of it's to do with my massive to-do pile. So I've been thinking about flogging a third of my Warhammer, about half of which is painted, though. So it's like, well, do I, just to cut down on the size of my army, or do I not? I'm gonna. I'm still feeling a bit lost with this. Sorry.
There we go. Sorry.
Could you stick that in the close-up cam?
Oh, he's looking much better, mate.
Yeah,
much
better.
Do the foot wraps; it'll make it look a lot better.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, you're right. I think you can focus too long on the on flash and just not actually tie the whole model together.
Really nice,
Okay. All right.
Nice bit of dry brushing. That'll look great. Believe in yourself. That's the place to start.
Yes. Well, we'll see. So maybe. Maybe I would.
He said maybe.
He said maybe.
No, you don't actually sing it. Oh god. Now you. Oh no, God! Noel and Liam are here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Castaway DC says, not an axe throwing, but I do archery. And the first time I used an old-fashioned longbow, I hit the bullseye from 50 yards.
Wow.
Dang.
I took up archery at the same time I took up fencing, and
That's surely you can't. That's against the rules, right?
Yeah,
well,
you're too good at fighting.
I mean, to be fair to you, if you can, carry on fencing with somebody and shoot a bow at them, like you deserve
that'd
that
be
win.
pretty good. No, I archery didn't do it for me. I think it's too calculated. Like even in fencing, there's 3 different weapons. 2 of them are very like there's a lot of like waiting and like very slow. I do the fastest weapon, the one where you essentially just charge at each other. So archery.
I was about to say,
is not
I can't imagine you liking archery because you can't look someone dead in the eyes before you smack them in the face.
I know Eric Franklin just said, wait till you see her 8 times scope on her foil. Because you were talking about sniper techniques.
Oh, right. I didn't understand that.
Okay.
Well, we did.
I did, on my stag do, we did archery tag. So it had like foam-headed
Oh,
and
that
face
sounds
masks
cool.
were just shooting.
It's really
each other.
fun, actually. Yeah.
Great fun.
That sounds great.
I did it
The thing
for
is, I
a
like
team building
archery.
once.
I like the thought of it, but I just don't think I'd do it as my main sport. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'd do
Yeah.
it every now and again as a fun activity.
You know what, I really miss karate.
I'd love to do karate as well.
But it's the partner work just started punting my anxiety through the roof. It was like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore. Like, I lost my nerve, basically. It was annoying, so I did it from the age of 11.
I had a similar thing with jiu-jitsu, to be fair.
Yeah. The thing is, groundwork I really like, so I reckon like I'll be alright. It's the striking and all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
I had a weird thing with jiu-jitsu of like I really loved it when I first started it because I did it on holiday with my brother. Because he was like where he was living, he had a gym that he went to, and he sort of introduced me to it. And I was like, this is great. Where I did it was in Singapore, and there were lots of very small people that I was doing it against. So I felt like everyone was a similar size to me. It was fine. Yeah. And then I came out to Luton and did it. And there were lots of incredibly large, muscular Polish men that kept destroying me into the ground.
You get those in fencing as well.
Eurogamer Lot told you guys to keep your brush stroking down as it's too loud. Jack Parkinson's done a super chat. Thank you very much, Jack. Saying, colleague just said that my research must be going well because I've been smiling while typing all afternoon. I had to explain that actually I'm listening to people paint things. Thanks for making me smile.
Aww,
you're welcome. Hope the research does go well. Emma Benton misses belly dancing. She says she should pick that up again. She's not danced since she and her partner moved. Aoife's shaking her fists at us. Oh no.
Come at us, Aoife.
Oh wait, can you see?
Oh my god, we're actually being raided. Hi Gavin UK86 and Angel Pete and Adam Marshall. Get back to your video games channel. You.
Yeah, you nerds. We're applying washes here, so.
Can you pass me my
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, sir, can you pass my ball back?
No, my ball back. That was an F-bomb.
Yep.
Sorry, a lot of bad things just happened at once. I punted your model across the table and then also spilled loads of agric surf shit.
That's alright, terrible things have been happening to this model since we started this stream.
Stop! You're being so mean. I'm a very good friend of Johnny Chiodini. I wish Johnny Chiodini would stop being so mean to him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well. Have we met? How am I going to do these? You know what? Yeah, there you are, Flame One Flesh. Flame One Flesh is a bit too light, though.
Which flesh?
That seems light. The foot wraps. I was thinking like that and then some agrax.
Oh, they said just pop your head in over there and say, somebody once told me.
I mean, I wouldn't...
Sorry, you don't pop your head and do that.
I would... Dave, isn't that rubbish a name? I wouldn't get my head back.
I really want to do it.
Smash the door down with your foot is what you do.
You really have a death wish. Aha! Oh no, that's a texture paint. Although you can just thin them down. Did that recently. I was like, oh, this is a great shade, but it's a texture paint. I was like, you know what? Stop being such a coward. And I did, and it was good.
Is that me who told you that?
No.
That's odd.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing right now? Are you just picking a colour?
Half that, half existential crisis.
Okay.
Never seen a raid from a Fortnite stream so wholesome. They're streaming Fortnite. Wow.
How many people have they killed?
Yeah, how many kills you got?
Well,
Eurogamer.
It's not about that.
I mean, it is.
Ian threatened to snap your paintbrushes. Right. This is...
Okay, we are going out, are we? All right, well...
You don't have a mic. No, we're not actually...
well, I can't stay here if I haven't got a mic.
Well, no, someone has to stay.
Right.
It's my stream now.
Right,
This is it, it's beef night.
Bye.
Anyway.
Just threatened to paint them all.
Did you?
So I was like, right. Oh, that was fun. Hope you all enjoyed that, all the people who haven't just tuning into the Eurogamer stream.
Well, Gavin UK86 says lol. Thanks for that, Gavin.
Well, as long as
now
Gavin
get
UK.
out of here, you punk.
Don't you come back. Kidding. Please do come back. Love you, everywhere.
Or just don't leave.
Ever.
Dear God, lol.
It was really gratifying that, Lolies, you and I were both like, no, that's it. Immediately.
I was just too focused on my model. I was like, wait, what's going on?
It's fine. I feel like if we got into a bar brawl, Lolies and I would be the ones who are like, right, we wade in the front lines and then like, you know, tussle, tussle, tussle. We see who's getting the worst of it, blah, blah, blah. You know, maybe one of us is about to get knocked out and Wheels just wades in with a chair and just whomp.
RKO out of nowhere.
Jaren Lott says, what are your thoughts on Gloomhaven?
I haven't played it.
Sorry, just before we go on to Gloomhaven, we should do a wrestling match, Eurogamer versus Dicepainter.
There's a wrestling RPG.
There is a wrestling RPG.
No, I mean real life wrestling, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Look,
Anyway.
the only one I'm confident I could take in a fight out of all of them is Ian Higton.
I'll take Aoife.
Jesus, sorry.
I mean,
I mean, she scares me, but I will try and take her.
that's...
Might sneak a sword in or something.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, Zoe would definitely sneak in a weapon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She'll cut you.
Exactly. Those of you who don't know what Eurogamer is, it's a lovely channel that's about video games. And they're streaming in the room next door to ours.
Everyone's like, nice to know you, Lolies. Lolies going in big. Lolies is brave.
I mean, you are brave.
Thank you. I'm stupid.
Mm.
Wow.
Is what I
Sometimes
would
they're
say.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit zealous with this aggro, so I'm just
I'm
soaking it
stealing a
up.
bit of this.
Okay, that's fine.
So I only
What
need
you
a
say?
tiny
Ooh, that you only meant well. Well, of course you did.
What you say?
Oh, that is
all for the best because it is. That's the montage where, like, I'm watching the two of you get beaten to death.
In slow motion. Right. For the first time on this stream, I'm actually going to put my model on the close-up cam.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from when it was unpainted at the start.
Coward.
How dare you?
Well, I've had Halftusk, whom I despise, on the cam a few times.
Right, here he comes.
God, you're right. The minute I've started doing these leg wraps.
Yeah, mate. When you get rid of the horrible green, you'll notice that actually there's some pretty nice colours going on there. So there's Morrigan.
Johnny
What I've
has
done so
shown
far.
us his shame.
Yeah, bear yours, Wheels. God. Well, we have a super chat from Logan Hanlon who says, I had my Scottish lesson.
My Scottish lesson about D&D recently, and we learnt the useful phrase, this picture was drawn by a man, lol. Also described all of the Oxventure to my tutor. He thought you were a great DM.
Aww.
Cool.
Well, I'm very sorry that you had to meet Election. Apparently they're terrifying.
Way.
Oh, Scottish Gaelic. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. About D&D.
That is
Very
cool.
cool. That is very
That is awesome. Did you hear that Sean Connery dropped his vegetable curry but managed to catch it at the last second? It was a near a miss.
It
I'm
was
not-
near mish.
Yeah, like a near miss, but a near a miss is a vegetable curry. I'm not sorry.
Okay, I'm going to pick Morrigan back up now.
Okay.
You've all had your chance to comment on him now, so...
I might go get some more wine. Not that I'm saying I was drinking wine.
What's wine?
Grape juice.
Excuse me?
It's just like normal
Grape
cold
juice. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like when we first hung out, when it was like we knew we'd hired you. None of that. We knew we'd hired you, and it was like, well, you know, come to Brighton if you got Friday off. Let's hang out. You were like, sure. It's like we go to the pub. You're like, I don't really drink. And then we spent like 5 hours. You're just like, yeah, I'll have another gin. It's like, yeah, goddamn right you will. Pints, pints, pints. Not pints of gin. I was having pints.
Yeah, Jesus.
I mean, do what you want.
And that's peer pressure.
I'm not a big drinker though.
Nah.
Like, I'll drink, but then I might not drink for several weeks afterwards.
Don't get it.
I just...
What's a week?
They keep happening to me. I'm not participating in them.
I'm gonna put her here while I think about what I'm doing next with her.
I think
Put her
she
in the
looks.
corner and
I
think about what
genuinely,
you've
I
done,
think she looks
which
great.
Is a very good job.
Emma Benton had gin for the first time a few weeks ago. That stuff is lovely.
Yeah,
Aw.
I didn't like it
I
at
think it's
first.
great.
I used to always have to drink it with like some kind of something like elderflower or whatever, cordial. But I've grown to like it just like that.
Kenny Stoneman says there's a late Christmas present for you, lovely lot. I want to write a poem for each of you. What are your preferred formats?
Oh.
Petrarchan sonnet, please, Kenny.
I was just going to say I'll have a sonnet, please, but not a Petrarchan.
I'll take a limerick.
Yeah, limerick's good.
Good.
Petrarchan sonnets are horrible. Petrarchan sonic. He's the hedgehog with an unusual rhyme scheme.
Fast one must go.
Oh God. Give us something in I'll have something in iambic pentameter because it's pleasing. Limerick for lolies and a sonnet for wheels.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you.
I might steal this actually.
Wine is something that can help you install stuff on Android systems.
Ooh.
It's an emulator.
Alyssa wrote an essay on Scottish Islands gin for a master's module on how gin might contribute to tourism. A friend of a friend runs the Inchrick Gin Company, and yeah, it's really good for them because it's a really remote part of Scotland, but they've got an absolutely booming business off their still, which A does help contribute to tourism, but B is also just a good business to have because people don't have to come to you because it's a really remote part of Scotland. Interesting. Emma, how come you never tried gin before? That's what I'd like to know.
That's gross.
No, not like I'm not like saying why weren't you giving it as a school child or anything. Just saying.
Come children, it's time to supple on the gin.
Supple. Did you mean suckle
Yep.
or sup?
Can we all just, I can't talk, right? We've established that.
Well, no, I wasn't like... Pedantry is my natural state.
Mm-hmm.
Ironic that a still causes tourism. Nice, Eric Franklin. Nice. Will Sawyer says, I'm DMing D&D for the first time fairly soon, but most of my players are leaning toward chaotic evil alignment. Any advice for making heroic adventures for more evil parties?
Good question.
I mean, my first instinct would be to make a big bad that's worse than they are and hurt them, take something from them. Either humiliate them in a combat or take something that's theirs, preferably take something that's theirs rather than actually humiliate them because that might make them feel rubbish. But just make it personal, make them be like, there's someone out there who's worse than us. Because then they'll be like, there's someone out there who's worse than us? Yep, carry on.
I mean, it doesn't have to be an evil character. Because if you're horrible,
Yeah.
you're evil people, you'll suffer at the hands of do-gooders.
Yeah.
So just make someone who's a really competent hero that you then have to thwart.
Yeah, there you go. Like antagonists. One thing I would say is I think the biggest challenge from the sounds of things facing you is that if they're chaotic evil, they're going to value the lives of others very cheaply. There's going to be a lot of incidental death. So have a think of ways that you can visit that as a consequence on them. Like, are they going to become wanted? What if they're wanted and they're on the run? Throw a combat at them that they as players know they can't win, so they have to run.
Separate conversation. JP says, I thought you might be a fan of whiskey. What with the distillery near where you are from Cork and everything. If you mean the Middleton distillery, I'm actually from Middleton, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And no, I'm not. But also, I don't know if this is part of the reason or not, but when I went to primary school, and my primary school was right beside the distillery, the playground often stank of the fumes from the distillery. I don't know what they're called.
Stankies.
Stankies, yeah.
Often stank of stankies, yeah. Lolies, has your mic gone off again?
Oh, yes it is.
Yeah.
Maybe you're low on battery as well.
Yeah, a Petrarchan sonnet, Johnny? Man, I opened myself up to that one. I'm joking, Kenny. Don't do me a Petrarchan sonnet. I'll have a lovely iambic pentameter. Because they're fun to...
Iambic pentameter, I hardly know her.
You committed to it, and for that I'm proud. Yeesh.
It's
Oh.
very difficult to think about things when you're being very detailed.
It's 4 minutes to 5.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
That
To be fair, apart from his little tendril legs, I have painted most of his bits.
Yeah. It's looking really good. And I'm getting to a state where I can forgive myself for this. I do want to do more work on the skin, but I'm willing to put this in front of the close-up cam. Could you yeet that into view?
Once you've got some agrax on those wraps, he's going to look fun-debby-doozy, I reckon.
I'm gonna go around the back actually. And I'm gonna angle it. And I'll point at the bits that I don't hate.
You might as well bring the light down a bit so he's a bit more... He seems a bit dark.
Ooh.
And then it's going to become incredibly bright. Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. That's better.
There we go.
Actually see him properly now.
So, as you can see here, that's what it looks like. And actually, from this height in this light, I don't despise it. There's contrast there. It's just I shouldn't have gone with green as a base colour. So there that goes. But you know what? That's a decent whip. I'll get back to that.
As Michelle Visage might say, green is a horrible colour. Very difficult to do well.
Wow. As Kermit the Frog might say, it's not easy being green.
No, it's not. Or doing green, for that matter.
Miss Piggy would disagree with you there.
Okay.
Merry
wanna think about
Christmas,
that.
Gretchy. It smells so good, Mother.
Well, that's been given some new context.
Chat's being nice about my model, though. Hooray! I'm putting my watch back on because I'm just going to leave that little thing there. You've only put it in the close-up cam once.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we? Let's see what. Should I drop that light again, and we'll have all three of them in the close-up cam?
Let me just finish this wand, and then we're good to go.
Okay.
How's yours going, ladies?
Yeah, I'll probably finish this next time.
Look, you've absolutely excelled yourself. Yeah. Should we have another stream with these?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with this one, to be honest. A lot more than I was with my first one.
Good.
Why don't we do a double bill of painting, and then the week after we'll play with them?
Yeah. Great idea.
That is a good idea.
Although it's a two-person game.
Well.
Winner stays on. I think it's pretty quick.
Okay.
And the other one could be the referee
Yeah.
/ host.
/ person managing chat.
Yeah.
Come on, Wheels.
Alright. His staff is still...
My request was a limerick, please. Kenny, thank you. Good day.
There they all are. Not,
Let's try that again,
not
shall we?
right now, but...
There once was a man from Dundee who was stung on the leg by a wasp. When asked if it hurt, he said, "No, not at all. It can do it again if it likes."
Oh, that was painful. That was really painful.
Yeah, you were actually tearing up.
Oh, God.
And that is some miniatures,
go.
what we
There they are.
painted. So
Thank you.
give us a week, and we'll be doing that again. And then the week after,
Next we got new
we'll be
glasses.
playing with them.
Steamforge Games says love these with 3 exclamation marks.
Yay! Well, tune in roughly this time next week. Well, 2 hours ago, this time next week, and we will finish these up, and then the following week we will be playing. So, yeah.
Theoretically.
Thank you so much
Now
for
we
joining us,
have-
and for all your super chats, and for relaying the messages from our nasty colleagues next door.
We're going to have a fight outside now in a second.
We're going to go punk them.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, well, they're still shouting. Anyway, I will.
I haven't got my phone.
Okay, great. So yeah, no, like we were saying, thank you again so much for watching. Thanks to Steamforge Games for the miniatures and for being in the chat, because it was very nice. And we will see you like
Time next week.
yeah, / tomorrow on the channel. Goodbye.